Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to CAD Technologies. In this video we'll be learning how to make a piston with the drawing provided to us. As you can see on the screen, there are two section views. One is the exact section view of this location, which is cut at this place as I'm showing it to you on the screen, and this is my left view. One is the front view, which is cut exactly at the center, but only some portion of the section view is shown to you. This is called a local section view, where not all or not the complete view requires a section, but only a certain area requires a section to get a better understanding of the internal cuts. These are the internal cuts which require our understanding. So to begin making our model, we have the front view as well as the left view. Understanding the drawing, we have a 38.5 dia at 50 height, and then we have a 45 radius arc. So let us begin by making the outer part and then start removing material step by step. Now to do this, we'll be using a part module. So under part design, we'll be working on the modeling. Now let's begin by making the sketch. As you can see, I have an axis and I'm trying to make the entire sketch. Now continuing, we have to make this profile. So I'll directly use a profile to and start doing that. Take a 3-point arc and then a straight line. The arc is supposed to maintain tangency, so I'll just take a line here and then try to maintain tangency first and then try to give the other dimensions. Now this is supposed to be 45. You can see it actually in the drawing. The overall height is 50 and this is supposed to be 38.5. So the diametrical dimension is actually 38.5. Now the overall height, as we have seen, is 50. So let me try to take that as 50. Now once I exit, and to create these sort of cylindrical features, we can use the shaft command. So once I click on the shaft command, it tries to create the shaft, as you can see. Now continuing with the process one after the other, I'd like to make this internal cut first, as you can see on both the views, 35.5 and 4. So to do or remove material of a certain cylindrical object, we'll be using a groove command. Same way, I'll use the existing axis and I'll take a reference and use the base. Now the sketch is a simple rectangle with, they have mentioned the diameters as well for us. So this is supposed to be 35.5, which I have just shown it to you, and this is supposed to be 4. So once I exit, it tries to remove the material from the inner side, as you can see. Now further proceeding with the model, to make these cuts, we can directly use a pocket command and do so. So I don't have a tangent plane, so I'd like to use the front plane to do so. Again, I'm trying to make the front plane and take a rectangle, cutting off from this base, create a rectangle. Let me try to maintain symmetry and give the dimensions as per the drawing. Exit. Now once I remove the material, I can remove it up to the next surface. I want it in this direction as well, so I remove it onto the other direction too. This is my cut. Now there is an internal cut this way, as you can see, with the arc of 16.5. So I can use a groove command to do so. Maintain the proper dimensions and select the axis as well. This is my axis, and the reference I require is the top base of the previous feature. Again, I can use a profile command to do so. I'll take it this way and then create an arc and close it. I can use trim to close them, no problem. Now, we know that this point should be actually lying on the center axis. As you can see, it's lying over here. From here is 16.5 with the length of 27. So we know that the length is 27. So from here to the center is supposed to be 27. We know the overall dimensions and this is 16.5. Now once I exit, it tries to remove the material off of the internal wall. This is your internal cut. Now there is 17 dia which is added to in the left view this manner. So let me try to take that. We require to maintain 16 which is mandatory. So let me try to take points and keep a reference because I need to maintain the 16 length, sorry, in between this and this is supposed to be 16. I'd like to take a plane at this location so it will be easy for me to create the model. That is, I have parallel through a point, it has to be parallel to this and passing through this particular face. Now while making the pad, I'd be using this new plane and create the circle. Now the circle, we know the diameter of the circle is actually supposed to be 17 and the height of the circle is mentioned here which is 25. So let's try to take that as 25 as well. Addition of material should be actually done up to this phase. So I'll just give up to next and then say okay. So it adds material up to the next phase. Now I can mirror this onto the opposite side. So I can just use pad, you create a mirror with respect to the center plane onto the other side as well. Now we need to remove certain material as you can see of the existing feature. So let's try to do that by using your group command. Now on this face itself I am trying to make the group. I know these references. So let me try to take the axis first and then start making my model. I'll be using these references as well to be on safe side. Yes. Now beginning with our sketch, the first one is this line which is of 12 diameter and the small step and then the other one. So I'll start from here, take till there, take a little bigger step and then go back till here and then close the sketch. This is supposed to be done onto the other side as well, so I can directly mirror it with respect to the center. Now we know the diameters, so let's try to give the diameters. Diameter for this one is actually supposed to be 12 and the diameter for the outer one which you can see is supposed to be 12.5. The overall distance is with respect to the distances is with respect to this. So we know that the end faces, of our this thing. So let me try to project them first and then coincide this onto that. Now the distance between the outer part is 30.2. That is the distance between. Let me try to take the right view for better understanding. Now the distance between the outer part, as in this to the outer part of this feature, is supposed to be 30.2. Now from inner to inner is supposed to be 28. From this to the inner feature, which is this, is supposed to be 28. Now once I exit, it tries to create a groove inside the existing wall. This is your groove cuts. Now you can create this cut as well, which is only up to the next, which we will do it. But before that, let's try to create these cuts. These cuts are at a distance of 31. So let me try to take the same reference like we have taken earlier at 31 and then try to do the same. The reason why I am doing this is to maintain the dimensions which are 31 mm. Here to here is supposed to be 31. I can make it any side and then mirror it, there is no issue. So I just try to take a plane parallel through this, passing through this point. On this I'd like to make the cut. So let me try to take the pocket and then start by making it over here. Now we have a shape which actually goes like this down with R75 and another arc and another arc and then go straight. This is my profile. Okay, let's try to give dimensions one after the other. We know the center. I'll use an infinite line for the center because it's a little far away from me. Now, I'll give the dimensions with respect to this, saying this to this is supposed to be 4. Now, we know from here to end is supposed to be 11, and this is supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be 2.75, and this arc center is similar with this center. That means these and these are supposed to be concentric, as you can see. Now we know the height, which is 38. So let me try to take that 38 from the base. This is my 38. This is your final model. Now, there are few constraints which are missing. So let me try to give those. And few dimensions as well. This is supposed to be 8. Now, require an arc at this corner. So let me try to take the arc, and this is supposed to be 1 as well, because they have already mentioned 1 typical. So once I say exit, it tries to remove the material. I want it to be removed on this side. You can see the picture. Now this has to be mirrored. So I can use a mirror command with respect to the center onto the other side. Okay. Continuing, let's try to make these cuts and then try to make the grooves. So to make this cut, let me take a plane exactly at the half distance, which is 19.25, which is 38.5 by 2, which is correct. On this plane, I'd like to use to remove the material. I'm using this plane. Now, this is my reference, and I'll be using infinite lines as well. Create a circle again. Close the circle if you want. The distance between these two is actually 3. Distance between this point to this point. Supposed to be 3. Now this is cut up to the next surface. So you can see the preview, it cuts till there, but I want the cut only till here. As you can see, it's cut only till there. So instead of up to next, I'll just give it to the selected face and then see the cut. You can mirror this again to the opposite side with respect to the center face. It removes the material. I think mirror has done it a little differently than it should. This is correct. Okay, let me try to do the same thing onto the other side as well. Let me mirror the plane instead. Let me try to take a new plane or else the other side. On this, let me try to redo the same thing what we have done for that. But instead what I'll be doing, I'll be using these references rather than redoing the whole thing again. This is my reference. Now I can trim them as I like. And then onto this face this is happening. So let me cut it till the next face. This is the feature. Now, there are few slots which are provided as well. We can make these slot cuts too using our groove command. Again, I'm taking the front plane, selecting the previous axis only, and then I'll be selecting the cylindrical body because we require the cylindrical body reference. Now, beginning, it starts at a distance of 2. So let me try to take it at a distance of 2 from the edge face, as in from this face. From this edge to this edge is supposed to be 2, and the groove is actually only 1.3. This is only 1.3. There is another one as well. Instead of redoing it, I'll just take it again and do it. Same distances are required. This is 2 again, and this is 1.3. The diameter is actually given in this view, which is 34.5. So let's try to take that as well, 34.5. and exit. It tries to remove the material, as you can see. This is actually how you make a piston as per the drawing, as you can see. There are few finishing operations which are left. Let me try to give those as well. Finishing operations are actually to these corners. So to that, let me try to give R5. This is the first edge. This is the second edge. By default, it has taken R5. This is the next edge, and this is the next edge. It will take R5. Now an isometric view, as you can see, it creates this. This is how you create a piston. You can view different types of views if you want. This is my front view. This is my right view. If you want, actually, I can also show you the section view. Actually, I have hidden the section view part. I have hidden the section view part. Yeah, it's here. Let me try to show you the section view. As you can see, the section view looks like that. If you want, you can actually take the section view of the front plane as well, and you can see the front plane also matches. This is how you make your piston. If you're looking for any advanced level of training in CATIA, you can contact us. Our details are given in the description below. If you want to learn more about any other software as well, you can contact us. You can contact us. And please like and subscribe to our channel. It gives us a little more support to post more tutorials like this for your better understanding. Thank you.